Peoples of the universe, please attend carefully. The message that follows is vital to the future of you all.
You know, that's a big statement. Saying it's vital to the future of all. That's a big ask, a big statement. I would say yes, it is. Yes, it is. You know, I always bring things that are vital to the future of all, and I think one thing vital is having good things to read, having good comics. You know, something we used to take for granted a few years ago, but now is a sad memory of yesteryear, unless one goes to IndieGoGo, checks out the indie scene, checks out the Comicsgate scene. So I have another creator here, Edwin, whose last name escapes me. Here's a fun-looking book on IndieGoGo right now. Go check it out. Let me bring him on. We're going to find out his little path of comics, why this comic was made, what makes him tick. And I have to tell you, I'm reasonably intrigued. Edwin, how are you, sir? Thank you for joining us.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm pretty darn good. So whereabouts are you in the world?
Right now, I'm the East Coast of the United States. It's 3 a.m. over here, so.
Oh boy,
You know,
I tell you,
nice
I
and
haven't
early.
seen 3 a.m. for quite some time. I'm an old man. Like they tuck me up in bed, you know, so I don't get out of line. I'm only in bed by 6. So Edwin, what's your story? How did you end up making comics?
I grew up in Puerto Rico, so I came to the States when I was pretty young. You know, kind of discovered comics when I was here. They were really kind of my one escape when I was kind of learning English and trying to acclimate here to the U.S. So, you know,
So
I've been
like
basically.
how was it? What age were you then, roughly?
I was less than 10 years old.
Okay, so and what comics did you really connect with?
The first two I ever picked up were Spider-Man and X-Men, and those were my
Yeah.
loves. Yes.
Yeah, and you know, because they're so primal, right? They've got such incredible like stories and colors, and it's made to engage an 8-year-old mind or a 10-year-old mind, you know. And it like look, I learned to reading comic books. I in England we have a thing called 2000 AD, right, which is like a weekly anthology. Back in my day, it was mostly in black and white on this like self-destructing paper, right? And but yeah, absolutely, you know, here's the thing. The trouble with mainstream education is it works for the median 60%, which means if you're more of a visual person, which I am, I assume you are as well, you know, you're just not going to connect to it in the same way you connect with comic books. So wait, so you started reading comics like around age 10. When did you come over from Puerto Rico? Was it around the same time?
Yeah.
So listen, I've never been to Puerto Rico. I was certainly never in. Well, how old are you now? How many years ago was this?
That's a long, long time ago.
Okay, bye. So, explain to somebody who's an ignoramus, which I am, the differences of life in Puerto Rico as opposed to where do you end up? New York?
No, Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. What like how did your life change going from one to the other? That kind of fascinates me.
Oh, it's really, you know, night and day. I mean, where I lived I lived right across from my grandparents, and they had this big like farm. So, you know, I grew up just in the backyard running through farms. You know, they were raising chickens, and there was like a lake a little further back, and it was first very kind of more like, you know, more kind of like there's just mostly family around the area. Yeah, it's more rural, and then it's just mostly family that lived around. You know, all of my aunts and uncles all had homes around the same area, so it's mostly just family.
So far, you're making like is this Puerto Rico you're talking about, not America?
Yeah, Puerto Rico. Yeah.
You're making Puerto Rico sound idyllic. I'm like, that sounds really nice. You know, what you're describing, and I'm like, I'm up for that. That's nice. You know, rural area, living with family. I kind of like that.
It's a beautiful place. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but then you came to America, got turned on by comics. So, what led you to making this comic? And let me pull up the campaign because it's a good-looking campaign. What is this the first comic you made, or have you done more beforehand?
No, this is my first campaign, my first comic.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, like I said, I grew up a comic book fan, so I always wanted to be. You know, my original dream was to be an artist. So, I always wanted to work for Marvel, and do all that kind of stuff. But
Yeah, listen, unfortunately, we're in the wrong era,
yeah,
yeah, but like, yeah, this is what I like about your book, and this is what I like about indie comics in general, right? Because we've been gatekeeped out of these things, right? Well, I think a lot of us have just looked at the essence of the characters that we love, and we've distilled it down, and we just created our own ones, which is so much better. I have to think. I mean, yeah. So, what? Tell me about the Ace. What is the Ace?
yeah. So the Ace is the story of young David Diaz. He just turned 21 years old. He's working in a small town. He's trying to figure out what his purpose in life is.
All
And then
right.
one day, by happenstance, he sees a shooting star crash land in a park nearby. So
All
he
right.
goes to check out the wreckage, and he discovers something there that grants him the ability to transform into this armored being that he ends up calling the Ace. And the first first volume, is basically about David facing off against Akula, who shows up at his front door, literally looking to take the armor for himself. And now he's got to
Right.
defend himself and his mom.
Right. So, I mean, looking at the artwork, it seems this is more like a comedy adventure. Like it's got action, action and comedy in it. Is that right, or am I misreading it?
No, it's not too much comedy of anything, really. It's
Really?
pretty
Because
straightforward. Yeah.
the art style just looks kind of like a little bit fun.
Oh yeah, it's
Like,
definitely fun. It's definitely fun.
right.
Like it's we're talking about a guy in armor fighting against a giant shark guy, so it's definitely fun. But like
Yeah.
the characters have to take it seriously for you to kind of believe it and get into the world.
Right. Okay. Yeah. No. Totally hear it. It's so you're the writer. Who did? Let me look up. You have the creators theme up here. Who's on the art? It's main
Yeah,
story
so
by Ibu
by
Canales
Canales.
from Ironside. So that's cool. Colors by Tio
Theo
Gonzalez.
Gonzalez. Yeah, he did
Gonzalez.
colors for Brutus.
Cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
yes.
So, like, what's your plans with this? What, firstly, how big is this book?
That's 32 pages, 28 pages of story, and then we have like a 4-page fan art with all these different artists ended up doing some very cool like fan art for the book, so we ended
Cool.
up throwing it on there.
Cool. So, what would you like, the readers to how? Where do you want to take the readers with this? Like, when you when you're a kid, you're reading Spider-Man, and it elated you, right? What do you want? Like, who is your ultimate reader, and what would you like to like them to experience?
As far as I kind of want to bring back a lot of the style from the '90s that I think is missing. Like, I talked about Spider-Man and X-Men. I love those books, but one of the books that I discovered after the fact was Darkhawk. Darkhawk
Never
was
heard of it. Tell me
no,
about it.
he's this young high school kid who ends up finding this amulet that gives him the ability to transform into like an armored android kind of being. And he
Cool.
has all this family drama and stuff. And I think the first 25 issues are great. Kind of fell off after that. But this is
Who published it?
Marvel.
Really? Oh, totally never heard of it. Totally never heard of
Yeah.
it. Oh,
No,
this is
so
okay.
the
Okay, well, hold the front page. Well, this stretch goal looks hot. Well, who is she? Who's stretch goal? Was it Angelique trading card
yep,
by Doodle Bags? I like Doodle Bags. I tell you, this is a good
yes.
card.
It is, and it's been unlocked. So if you back
Oh,
the
there
book
you go.
today,
And
you get the trading card.
there you go. And you also unlock this goal, the
6 a.m.
sticker.
stickers.
Cool.
Yep.
You got more than one,
All
and
four of
you've
them
also
have been
oh,
unlocked. Yeah.
very cool. Listen, your success is everybody's success, right? So this is the next one you're trying to get to, and you're pretty close to it,
Yep.
aren't you? So
A
what's
bit
is this?
away, but yes, it's 5,000. So we're like 4,500 right now. We just crossed 45.
Right,
Yeah.
man. I'm on my campaign. I'm $50 away from 5,000. I'm
Oh,
like,
nice.
okay, come on, let's get it fine. Very cool. Very cool. So is this a standalone, or does it end on a cliffhanger?
It's definitely gonna be an ongoing. Like I've already written the second volume. I sent it to Canales, so he's ready to work
all
on it
right.
in the spring. So yeah, we
Cool.
want to keep the story
Yeah, I
going.
noticed that. was that I guess you're raising funds for it, with this campaign, right? I mean, if this campaign does well, you do it. But this is this sketch card, which is already gone. Really nice. Unfortunately, it's already gone.
Yeah, Joe Ball did a bunch of sketch cards for us, so those sold out.
Right. Oh, you can buy the
Yeah.
original art. That's not bad.
Yep.
125 for the
Nope.
original art. That's pretty darn good. So this one you get page of the original art. How many of those do you have left? You got 9 left.
9.
Okay.
Yep.
And then you get a this A4 that's 9 by 13 straight from sketchbook plus 1 copy of the book. Awesome. And that's actually really reasonable to tell you. So you get 2 copies of the book and 2 prints for $40. That you are not pricing this high. You're pricing this really, really reasonably. Cool. Yeah, listen, I would recommend everybody rush out and back this project now. So, like, what type of comics do you read today?
I don't read pretty much most of anything. I just anything I get from IndieGoGo. Now I've cut off like the mainstream comics for a couple of years now. So I'm reading back issues. Like tracking down some some 90s Image goodness. I just picked out the first couple issues of the Pit. I haven't read those since they came out.
Yeah. I like that.
So I've been slowly just picking up some gems.
Okay. Oh, you can get the poster for $10. And like, is it local shipping in the US, or do you have local shipping at other places?
No, we're shipping worldwide. So
cool. If
you order, we'll send it to you.
If you pay for it, we'll send it to you. This is the perk to get, but it would seem to me. You get the comic, the print, and the poster. How big's the poster?
No, it's 11 by 17.
Cool. So you get all this for $30, right?
Yep.
And 25 of them claimed. Let's make it another 250 claimed. That wouldn't that be great?
That sounds perfect to me.
Shall we watch the video together?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Let's see what it says. I love the design. We're going to go into the design of your character in a minute. Cool trailer. Very cool trailer. I like it a lot, man.
Shout out to Red Gaze for the trailer.
Oh, Red Gaze is great. Yeah, he's really good. So let me ask you about the what was it, the character design, the Ace and also the shark guy. Was that you? Was that the artist? Like, how did you come by it? Because it's very striking. That's something that really grabbed me when I first. 2 things grabbed me about your book, because I got my campaign going on as well on the IndieGoGo. By the way, everybody, the campaign is in the video links. Oh, also video notes. Also, my campaign is there as well. Go check it out. I would say definitely back this campaign. But if you're backing this campaign, back mine too. That'd be nice. But like the character design I really connected with. I really like, and also you got yourself trending for a while on IndieGoGo. Well done, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the character design of Ace. Who came up with that? Was the artist? Was it you? Tell me about the
Yeah, it's a
process.
combination of me and Sweens from Oddity. He's the
Right.
one who helped me design the character. We talked about kind of a lot of my influences. I'm a big like Darkhawk fan, like I said, big fan of Green Lantern. He kind of
Right.
mixed in some space elements, and he kind of came up with the initial design, and then Canales gave it a couple tweaks to
I mean, because
kind of
the face definitely looks very Boba Fett-y, right? Looks very Mandalorian-y, right?
yeah, there's definitely some influence in that, but like I said, mostly I think it's a lot of it's closer to Darkhawk than anything else. I mean, if you've read the book and you're familiar with the character, you'll see the influence pretty obviously.
I know
Uh,
nothing about it.
yeah.
Nothing about it at all. Absolutely nothing. But have you ever seen any of like the European stuff, like Judge Dredd, Heavy Metal, that sort of thing? It's very reminiscent of that.
Oh yeah, definitely Judge Dredd.
Yeah, yeah. So the Judge Dredd magazine in the 90s, the artwork where how was it? John McCree, I think he was very similar to do you know John McCree's work?
I've probably seen it. Like I said, I did follow some of the Judge Dredd stuff, but it was a long time ago. So
Right. I think they bought it. He came over and started working for American stuff, but it was like again that early 90s stuff
yep,
really was like this. Was really like
yeah,
this.
yeah. And the
So,
Kula was actually designed by me and Simon K. Bennett. He's doing a Tugs book. So
right.
he's the one who came up with the initial design, and then like I said, each kind of like Donald put a slight twist on it. Canales put a different twist on it. But
Well,
the original
it's always
design
a
kind of
mistake
evolves.
to hire an artist and then don't let them express their artistic vision. Right?
Right.
That always works out badly. That always works out, not so well. But this is all very cool. I like the what was it the production work on this and
Yeah, those are pages by Sweens. He does an epilogue story in the book, so you get to
right.
see
Yeah,
Sweens.
no, I like the way that this is Ace, how he's like different over here to when he is up here, right? I do
Yeah,
like you have different interpretations on the same thing, which is pretty cool. So who's Angelique? She's certainly the character I'm most interested in. Tell me more.
yes. Angelique's actually the main antagonist for Volume 2. I was
Right,
looking for a way to introduce her in the first book, but I didn't want to kind of force her into the story. So, I was talking to How Comics. He did the story of the Masquerading Lost Pages, and we came
right.
up with a 4-page origin that kind of gives you a little background on her and sets her up for her to come in Volume 2. And she's a lot of fun. I think she's gonna be very a standout when people really get to see more of her.
Okay, cool. Looking forward to it. And again, so what package do you get all the stretch goals? Do you get the stickers and is that on the $30 one, or do you have to get a high level package for all that stuff?
No, all backers get it. So if you back
Okay,
the
so let me
book,
get straight. So for $30, they are getting the comic, they're getting the Ace print by Mike McHon, and they're getting the hardline jam piece poster. Plus, but wait, there's more. Don't. Plus, they're getting this Angelique trading card. They're
yep,
getting these stickers, and they're getting these stickers. Very cool. And
yep, all four
honestly, I
stickers.
reckon
Yep.
you get this poster as well. I reckon you get this poster. I would like to see everybody be getting this print as well. I can see it totally going down, right? I would like, because again, I think, well, you got how much longer you got go on this? You got 26 days. You'll get there. How much you're up right now? You're up to 4,500. So yeah, let's squeeze another 1,000 out of this easily. So I think you're going to get a good pack. I think firstly, you're getting a good deal as it is right now. But I think adding in those stretch goals just knocks it out the park. Right? How do you come up with the stretch goals? What type of things did you like? Like what things did you think about?
Just a lot of watching different campaigns. I'm friends with a lot of creators, so I'm kind of watching what hits, what doesn't hit. Things that kind of motivate. Kind of
Right,
where to set them up and layer them, especially for like a first time campaign. You kind of have to get a little creative. And like
you're
I said,
right.
I think
Yeah,
it's a good bang for your buck. Yeah.
like my next campaign, I'm gonna have a bunch of different. I'm gonna schedule new artwork and stuff to release and increase the thing like every few days. I'm gonna have like 10 ready, but like I'll put them out every 3 or 4 days, right? Because I find when I do that, you get a boost. You do get a big boost with that stuff.
And then like I said, even if we were to pass the 5,500, I actually have some more pieces that I have already been
Okay,
kind of colored and set up. So
let's get you to
depending on how it goes, you can get even more.
Let's get you to 55,000. That'd be freaking awesome. Tell me about the design of well, firstly, in the first issue, did we find out anything about the origin of his battle suit, or is that going to come in like future volumes?
No, that's gonna be slowly kind of revealed little by little as the
Right.
volumes go on. But the main story sets up kind of David. Sets up like how he got the armor, how kind of what he's been up to, because the story takes place 6 months after he's had the armor. So you kind of find out a little bit of what he's been up to, and then you get like the big showdown with him and Akula. And kind of, it is a first issue, so there has to be some setup, and then we do that epilogue story,
of course.
which has
Although I have to tell you, they it always makes me crazy when they reboot any superhero franchise in movies and they do an origin story. I'm like, I do not need to see an origin story for Spider-Man again. I don't need to see an origin story for Batman. Just go straight into who they are. It doesn't matter, right? All that crap just doesn't matter. Fine. So okay, fine. So you got so there's more coming. How many of these would you like to be putting out a year, like in the perfect world?
A perfect world, I put out one a year, and we just keep going until I run out of stories. But right now, I've got a lot of stuff planned, like different stuff with Akula. Like I want to get into his backstory. I think he's an insanely fun character. Like stuff I've already come up with. Him is incredible.
Was the character design for Akula again? Was that you wrote it in the script and then you went backwards and forwards? How did you come up with that?
Yeah, like I talked to Simon Bennett about it, and he kind of pitched some ideas and stuff. And like I said, with every artist I've had kind of do it, they all kind of give it little more tweaks, and then we finally kind of came up with the final design. So it's all like evolving process.
Who's this character on screen right now?
Oh, that's a secret.
Can you tease us?
Sure, yeah. He's a big motivation behind Angelique's origin. Angelique is the little girl there, so yeah. So that you kind of start piecing it together. Yeah, I could only show a couple of panels because basically all 4 pages are spoilers. So I can only show a couple of panels that didn't have spoilers. Yeah.
Okay. Very, 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 very cool. So, listen, what other campaigns are going on right now that you would recommend that you see? You went, oh, they're pretty good.
Yeah, I'm pumped about Magic Cop 2 coming out.
Magic Cop 2, they were on my channel last night. I love the Magic Cop.
Oh, yeah. Phil and Brandon are our friends. They do great comics. A big fan of Lost Pages. I thought it was one of the best books that CG has put out. The quality and the care into that book is pretty remarkable for especially coming from young guys.
See, that's why I like CG books, because you can see in every panel quality and care. Like you guys, we just love doing comics. It's not like a stepping stone to a Netflix series that won't happen. If it does, it'll probably be garbage. Like I got 2 episodes into Lock and Key, maybe 3 episodes, and wasn't that it was like, I hate it. It just didn't grab me enough to continue watching it. It didn't justify itself. So it's
speaking of Magic Cop, we actually have Brandon did a couple sketch cards that are still left on the campaign.
Oh, let me see.
If you're a fan of just go down a little further.
This one? Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so he did 3 of them. 1 sold, so they're still available.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, the thing I wanted to touch on is we do have some limited tiers. Like I said, I just opened up the cover as a poster, but that's gonna be going away the moment we go in demand.
Okay.
So that's gonna be, and then we also had the.
Where is that? Is it above this?
Yep, you got to go up. It's near the top there. Yep, a little further up. A little further. A little further. There we go. There.
Oh yeah, because I like the this is a good cover, right? So, how big is this poster? 11 by 17. Very cool.
Yep.
Very good.
We had a bunch of people asking about it, so we decided to offer it as a limited tier. So,
Well,
like I said, you got 20 some days left.
That cover is again, it's what dragged me into the campaign. It really was because it has everything out. I was looking over here, we can see it a bit better. It has basically everything in it. Yeah, that sparks my attention. I like the costume design. I like the character design. it looks like action. Looks like fun. Looks like it looks like a fun comic. Which is, geez, that's like verboten in 2021, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. We're bringing it back though, so
We're
don't
bringing
worry.
it back, baby. The fun is on its way back. Fine. So listen, the link is in the videos. Everybody go and check out this book, back this book, and listen. If you look at this book, this is what I tell everybody on my channels. If you go and look at my campaign and it's not for you, go share it, baby. Go share it. That really, really, really helps them. We're all very appreciative. So, like, how did you get trending for the? You were trending for about a good week up there, weren't you, on IndieGoGo? What?
Yeah, we had a really good first 10 days or so. So it's just all the backers. That's all on the backers. People supported it, they shared it. So if they do that, IndieGoGo will take notice and they'll give you a little push.
That's the great thing about IndieGoGo. It's I think it's a great thing about crowdfunding because you do create like a community where we feel like we're all in this together. That's basically what's going on with it. Fine. Listen, is there anything else you want to tell me?
Just one more thing. We're also that hardline jam piece is also going to be going away once we hit In Demand.
Oh, really?
So we're not playing around here. Like we're going to be offering some of this stuff is going to be limited. I'm a big believer in kind of I want if it goes on demand, I want it to be stripped down. So now's your chance. If you like these posters and you want to get them, I won't be offering them until Ace Volume 2. So they won't be found anywhere. That this will be your one chance. And also, I did put out an email for all the people who signed up for the IndieGoGo mailing list, and that gives you the secret perk, which is the Ace and the Ace trading card done by Archsider.
Okay, so look, go and sign up for it. Where can they go sign up?
Oh, it's already been done.
Oh, there you go. So that's
it.
So,
but if you you could always check your email folders, and you could always see because I did send it a couple times, so you might have it in there, and if you haven't, you can use that, or you can always DM me, and I could resend the email if you've already signed up for the mailing list and just need the secret perk link again. I should probably just do like a mass resend since we did go to an extra 30 days.
Probably a good idea. Probably a good idea.
So look for that. Look for that tomorrow. So
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I said look for that tomorrow, guys.
Look for that tomorrow. So look, your campaign is doing great. And I think the reason it's doing great because it looks like a good campaign. Wish you every success with it. Everybody, please go out there and back it. Get back this campaign. This is the way. This is the way we change the world. It is. We the best way to change the world is just buy things you like and don't buy things you don't like. Don't buy things that lecture you. Buy things that are made to entertain you. And this is very, very clearly made to entertain you. Fine. Okay. So listen again. In the video notes is the link. Go click that link. Look at this artwork. It's great. Go and check out this book. Go click the link. Go click the link to my campaign. It's already funded. You're getting your book. Just the more people buy it, the better the package you're gonna get. And it's already pretty good. That $30 tier, I would say, is the one to go for. Fine, Edwin. Is there anything else that you would like to say to the interwebs, to the world, to anything you have the floor.
Yeah, no, I just want to say thank you for the support. It's been much appreciated. For anybody who's might be on the fence about first time creators, all the artwork and the letters are all done for this book. It's just finishing up touches on lots of different things. So all the heavy lifting has been done. I did that before the campaign launched. So I took care of all the heavy lifting, and now it's just about doing some side stuff and waiting to get the payment from IndieGoGo to start ordering proofs probably in the next couple
Right.
months. You know?
So listen,
Yeah.
this book is going to happen. Do not back it with it and be in fear that you'll never see it. This book is 100% going to happen. So what you're shipping? You're shipping July? So, something fun for the summer. It actually feels like a good summer book. I have to say, it's like something fun for the summer. Fine. Okay. So once again, go back this book. We love it. We love it here. And go check it out. Again, if not for you, share it. But it's got to be for you. It's going to be for you. I'm going to hit the end broadcast button, and then I'm going to have to hit it again because StreamYard is made by weak women that are not sure of their words. When I say click end broadcast, I expect to end the broadcast. But no, it says, "Are you sure?" Of course I'm bloody sure. Of course I'm bloody sure. I'm clicking it again. The